Hi guys! Welcome to Love and Info with Love and Info. So, here we go. 2 videos a week. Second week in a row. I had to get really fucking high for this video. Let me tell you guys something about being an artist. Sometimes you just don't feel like fucking doing it. And the thing about like really good art is that it has to like come from the heart, you know? So like I have to wait until I'm in the mood to do it. Sometimes you have to get yourself in the mood to do it. But the mood has to be there, and there it is. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. You guys make my life great. I love making this video so much. Like, you guys have no idea. So, today's subject is connection. And verbal connection, human connection, the connection that keeps us alive, the connection that keeps us going as humanity, as individuals, you know. That keeps us away from tormenting ourselves and what we call loneliness that we seclude ourselves in sometimes, not knowing that we're in a world made out of love, seeking love, looking for the answer. Anyway, so I wanted to make this subject because lately, so it all started. Let's get down to where it all really started. It all started because I heard this theory, which is called the 1,000 Theory Fans. It's from a TED Talk that I haven't yet to watch, but because I feel like I know it all, I'm going to talk about it. And this theory says that if you have 1,000 fans, you can live off these fans and you can make, a decent job out of it or whatever. Which is, of course, my goal because I'm a capitalist at heart, you know. But bottom line being, the idea got to me and I'm like, you know what? The people that I do have on my YouTube are people that I've actually talked to, people that that I made a connection with. And then I watched this other TED Talk. It's like the fucking Bible to me nowadays. In which explained how human connection was so important for our development, not only, mental and health-wise, but simply as evolution in our brains to become better and healthier, and I was listening to this TED Talk and the lady was talking about how she did all this research where people who live the longest were situated at, and people who live the longest were situated at some place in Italy, I don't know where, like some little town, and she wanted to discover why these people had longer longevity than the rest of the world, And it came down that this place was a very small place in which everybody was in each other's lives. Even the architecture of it all was super neatly close to each other, which means there was a constant connection in between these people, a constant connection of awareness of each other's lives and place and existence, in which they knew about the other and they felt never alone, And I made a video about this before. It was about like barrios and gangs and how, and how everybody's looking for that connection. It doesn't matter how negative or positive of an impact they may have in our lives. We're going to give everything and everything that we are to have that connection with absolutely whatever fits us. That's why it's so important to be yourself and to be aligned so that you can have the connection with whatever you actually want and is positive for you. And it's very important to speak up. I'm a little drunk, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, it's the good, the bad, and the drunk. I mean, the ugly, or whatever the fuck. I think everybody knows. Oh, I introduced you guys to OG, right? This is OG, yeah. So, yeah. So, connection. How do I make connection with people? I'm shy. I don't like to talk. I don't like to do this. Well, first of all, being yourself is a great way of making a connection with anything, because when you're yourself, you attract that you actually want. So when you're yourself, you actually want to talk to the people that come around you. You actually want to be in the people that surround your life. When you're not, you're not aligned. So the world doesn't know what to give you. The universe gives you the wrong connections and you just don't fucking like them, Also, I think, like, for me, perhaps, like, I love the fucking trolley. The trolley is like the train that we ride here in San Diego. And I love riding the fucking trolley because I get to ride, I get to, like, see people, I get to talk to people, and it's such a smooth ride. You don't have to worry about the stops. Nobody's under any stress because I don't have to worry about anything but just get on it, And it's kind of like meditating. You don't have to focus on anything, So I make some great connections in the trolley, when I talk to people and stuff. And it's just like, being outgoing has never been quite the problem for me. If anything, being outgoing has been the problem for me. But it doesn't matter how positive or negative our connections are. That's the point I'm trying to make. Because in that video that I watched in those TED Talks, this lady who was doing the research on this place in which had the longest longevity, the people who's been alive the longest mortality rate. There we go. That's a word. I got a word right. There we go. So the longest mortality rate. They interviewed like the happiest person in the world first, and he was all about yes, love and this and that, and everybody's so cool, and I love my village. And then they fucking do Mr. Grumpy after, which was another guy from the actual village in Italy, which with the longer mortality rate, and he just fucking hated the world, he just talked shit about everyone. He was like, oh no, blish, 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 but yet he was himself. He made that connection. He stayed true and aligned to how much he hated the fucking world, and that kept the man alive. So do what you love, do what you do what you love. That's definitely a huge thing. I don't know what else to say. So I'm just gonna sing a song. I don't even know what song to sing. I don't even feel like singing a song. What should we talk about, you guys? I really love interaction. So let's try some interaction in between you guys and me. Like, I literally showed myself to you guys within everything. Like, I'm so here, like, even when I don't make sense, that's me. I just don't make sense as a human. As a person, I just really don't make sense a lot of the times. But I want you guys to tell me, what should I make my next video about? Let's try that out. I want to have, because, this is the funny part. While I was watching that same TED Talk, the lady was talking about human connection and this and that, and they had a little interruption, which I'm pretty sure was premeditated, but all of a sudden this guy walks in and he goes, well, what about social media? What about the interactions that we have there? They're human, there's another person behind, they talk, they say a story, they say this. So let me dare with my 39 beautiful star followers to see if anybody wants to make a connection with me and tell me, what should I make a video about next? What do you guys want to hear about, And whatever the result is, we'll mark it down and we'll go to the stats. And even if it's, at least as long as I have a number, we'll be okay. And even if I don't, then we just fucking have to try it again. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, Make a connection, talk to people, be yourself, do as you please, do as you love, follow your heart. It's all part of the path of your fucking glory, because it's taken me to where I am now, and I'm in a much better place than I was in life when I didn't practice that. Make a connection with someone, look at people in the eyes, ask them about their day, find a common ground. It connects us all, it makes us better, and it will take us somewhere, We're all stars. Let's shine together.